Hey, Shalom, I'm talking about Aki and Wakwasi. Yahweh Yeshua, Hamashiach, man. Yahweh bless all you brothers and sisters, man. And I just want to get on here because I know that inauguration is tomorrow. And, I've been going through some things, which is why I haven't really been on here. I've been kind of going through a severe storm for the last 3 years. Been having to be like incognito by how I move. We got monitoring spirits and things like that out here. People get too much information about you. They try to set you back. I've been battling these things for a few years now. But nonetheless, Yahweh Yeshua has been seeing me through, and I'm making this video to discuss a dream that I recently had, probably about a month ago, and I feel like it's about to somewhat come to fruition very soon. Pretty much I'm gonna kick it to y'all like this, man. I had a dream back in December 2024 that a lot of chaos had broke out, and in the midst of this chaos, chariots had came back and grabbed people in the midst of the chaos. What's strange about it is the chariots were in the shape of an obelisk. If you think of like the Washington Monument, I'm a Washingtonian, so to me it's easy to picture it, but it's like it was in the shape of an obelisk. I'll draw something out, and later on I'll get the scriptures to try to make sense of this dream that I had to y'all. But as all chaos was breaking out, you had like high-rise apartment buildings and stuff like that, and an obelisk would come down, and on the top of this obelisk was an angel, right? And like how apartments or buildings have different levels, like floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. The obelisk landed right in front of the buildings, and people were able to climb out of their windows and walk right onto the chariot. It's strange because when people think of a chariot, they think of like a UFO or something like Ezekiel described, like a wheel within a wheel. But these were like in the shape of an obelisk, and they had an angel on top. And it was coming down, and people was running out of their buildings and boarding up. There was entrances to board the chariot on each level. You had ground level, then level 1, level 2, level 3. And then these chariots took off like a rocket ship, man. And after it took off, I saw people still jumping out of the windows, and they were just falling to their death. It was so bad that people were seeking death. The chaos was so hectic that people were basically committing suicide. They couldn't leave, and people were jumping out of the windows. Shortly thereafter, in the same dream, I was in the building, and I was looking outside of this building, out the window, and it was like a paved pathway, and I saw a mad military, like riot police and military, probably about 200 yards down the path. And then as I panned to the left to look at the other end of the path, it was a lot of angry Jake. It was Jacob. It was so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Those are our people. It was a lot of them. And it looked as though they was about to meet in the path and just have an all-out bloodbath. Now, what makes me want to talk about this, and I'll go in the scriptures and actually draw what I kind of saw too. And I'm just telling y'all what I saw. It could be symbolic, but especially with the way the chariots look, it was strange to me that they looked like an obelisk. But nonetheless, when I had the dream, I had a gist of what it meant. You know what I'm saying? I kind of knew. It was Jacob's trouble. Now that Donald Trump is about to be inaugurated, it's about to be a mass deportation. And if we have been paying attention over the last few months, the DOD has essentially allowed military presence to assist city police. if we've been paying attention during the pandemic, you know, when everybody was getting the jab a few years ago, I worked during that pandemic. It was a lot of MRAPs and Humvees and a lot of military equipment that was moving, right? While everybody was locked down. I was seeing this stuff on trains, you know, CSX and, you know, different rail companies was moving it. And I was seeing it on the highways on 495 and stuff like that, and 395. All this heavy military equipment moving back in 2019 and 2020. I worked for Yellow Freight at that time, and I delivered personally to DHS in Reston, Virginia, and in Springfield, Virginia. And they was ordering pallets of Gold Dot Plus P 9mm hollow point, $1 a round. I had some of that stuff too. They was ordering pallets while everybody was locked down. And I always thought to myself, why is they getting this stuff? You know, and I feel like we're about to come into the time where we're about to see why. You know, in the book of Jeremiah, it talks about Jacob's trouble and how Yahweh would deliver us out of it, which is what I believe, that what I saw with the obelisk-shaped chariots was about. But nonetheless, you know, I want to get in the scripture and I want to sit down and actually draw what I saw and kind of show y'all a picture of it. You know what I'm saying? But this was back in December. I saw this, and when I see Donald Trump talk about his first day, they're going to start in Chicago, you know, with the mass deportations, it made me think upon my dream. I didn't prophesy it. I prophesied it to my wife. I told her about it, you know. But nonetheless, also something else to consider is that we know the northern tribe is a lot of these Latins, you know, the Latin brethren and stuff like that, Native American. But if you look at history, biblical history, the northern tribes went into captivity first, under the Assyrian captivity, right? And we know in the scriptures it says that the judgment of God is going to start in the house of Israel, right? So it looks like it's about to start with Jacob's trouble, in my own opinion. You know, it looks like it's about to start going down, and it's going to start with the northern. And the southern tribe, Jake, we're going to get drawn in it too. Think about purge election year. You remember that purge? Yeah, think about it, man. What happened in that one? The military came down. But this is just something to think about, y'all. And I know it's random, but, you know, the Spirit been upon me to talk about this. You know, but I pray everybody have a blessed day. And I'm going to go ahead and get scriptures out momentarily when I get in. And I'm going to go deeper into this topic. All right, Shalom. Till next time, y'all.